So, today I wanted to talk about mindset. I think mindset is so important in everything that we do in life, and especially when it comes to finances and money and investing. Now, I hear this a lot, and especially with people that have average jobs. A lot of them say that they will never be able to have any money or they'll never be able to get rich. And from all of the books that I've read and stories that I've heard, that just does not seem to be true at all. And I think that's really important for you to change that mindset and know that you can do something. For example, like in the book, The Millionaire Next Door, the author states that most millionaires actually do not come from wealthy backgrounds. So that's like a huge thing to keep in mind. Like most of the people that are millionaires did not come from a wealthy background. So they made their way, they had that mindset, and they got to where they needed to be through their mindset. Another great example of this concept is in The Millionaire Teacher. Now, in that book, the author, who's a teacher, ends up becoming a millionaire on a teacher's salary. So, normally you would think, oh, teacher, they're not going to make enough or they're not going to make much. But this author has shown that against all odds, you can become a millionaire. And there's actually quite a few statistics about this, but teachers are actually one of the highest percentages of professions to be millionaires. So that is something really cool to think about. I guess what I'm trying to say here is a lot of your success really depends on your mindset and what you decide to do with your money. So if you can find that mindset and just learn the basics of investing, you should be able to defy all odds and make your financial goals happen. It is important that every day that you make sure that your actions align with your goals. It's so important that you consistently show up for yourself, and when you say you're going to do something, you do it. You build that trust with yourself, and that is just how you create a very strong foundation of success. And then I just wanted to say that some people's situations will be a lot worse than others. I just don't want anyone to feel like they can't do anything about their situation, because I think mindset is just so powerful, and that with the right mindset, you can get to where you want to go. So, again, it'll be a lot harder for some people, but you should never give up hope. Another thing I wanted to talk about is just being open minded to different paths. Now, to get whatever goal that you are working towards, there are so many different paths that you can take to get your goal. And then just because it is the path that you are on or the path that everybody is telling you to be on, does not mean that that path is necessarily the best for you. For example, a lot of people think that in order to make more money, you need to go back to school or you need to go to school, but this isn't necessarily always the case. Like, there's a lot of different other things that you can do, including investing. So, for example, if your goal is to make a lot of money, I would really recommend doing your research. I would look into the easiest way of getting your goals and doing the research for all the different paths of getting there. It's just so important to keep an open mind and listen to different people, because times are always changing. Like, for example, getting an MBA used to be what you needed to level up your career in a lot of different professions, but it's become kind of oversaturated and it doesn't mean as much as it used to. So you can pay like tens of thousands of dollars to get this degree, and it's not necessarily going to equate to a pay raise. And if your only goal is to get more money, then you could look into multiple different options such as investing, right? So just keep an open mind and make sure that you're considering all of your options before you really commit to something. Another example of not keeping an open mind is in my own experience. I thought that you needed to work until you're 65 and then retire. And then I heard like stories on the internet about people that were retiring in their 30s. And I was like, what? You can do that? So it's just very interesting, all the different perspectives out there. So it's nice to talk to different people and kind of just figure out what is best for you and what aligns with your goals the most. So just keep that in mind and know your options and listen to different people and do your research about different possibilities. So I'd say the main takeaways from today, one is just how important your mindset is. Like, if you put your mind to it, you can do a lot. Like, it's just remarkable what you can do when you put your mind to something. So don't let anything get in your way, and know what you want and go after it. And then also just keep an open mind. There are so many different paths and ways that you can go to reach your goals. So if you know your goals and you have an open mind, then you can make your dreams come true. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.